15 Best Places to Visit in the USA. The USA is the cultural force of the modern era. A land built on immigration and pioneering, America is a bastion of modern-day pop culture, free thought, and the relentless pursuit of the American dream. Comprised of 50 states, the USA occupies an area that's only just marginally smaller than Europe. It's in this vast country that you will find an unbelievably diverse array of natural landscapes, cityscapes, people, and cultures. From coastlines to big cities, the United States is made up of so many diverse destinations that it's hard to decide which places deserve the distinction of the best in America. Before we move on, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Here are the best places to visit in the USA. 15. Miami, Florida. There's such a diverse array of things to do and see in Miami that you'll never get bored. Beaches, historical buildings, delicious restaurants, art museums, and nightlife abound in equal measure. Of course, the weather in the Magic City is great too, with average temperatures hovering between 74 and 88 degrees. The city has been shaped by many different cultures, most notably Cuban. There's even a little Havana neighborhood here, where the Cuban sandwich is a must-try. 14. Seattle, Washington. Though Seattle often gets a bad rap for being cloudy or rainy all the time, U.S. News points out that this city actually gets less annual precipitation than New York or Boston. Maybe Seattleites tell people it rains all the time so they can keep their lovely destination to themselves. The city is, after all, home to world-class arts and culture, outdoor recreation, history, and diverse neighborhoods. And it's a top pick for foodies too, thanks to its craft beer scene, food markets, and notable coffee shops. Starbucks, anyone. 13. Sedona, Arizona. Welcome to the land of low humidity, rich red rock formations, and tons of outdoor recreation. You can do everything from mountain biking to hiking to swimming in Sedona, located in central Arizona just south of Flagstaff. Plus, the desert terrain is exceedingly beautiful. You'll see Instagram-worthy views in just about every direction, and there are tons of spas to help you relax. If you're a movie aficionado, you'll be happy to know that movies like 3:10 to Yuma and Midnight Run have been filmed here. 12. Big Sur, California. Take a cruise along the famous Highway 1 to this eclectic town in the heart of the California coastline. Hikers will want to explore the coastal trails that offer Instagram-worthy views of the Pacific Ocean at practically every turn. A stop at Julia Pfeffer Burns State Park is a must. Here you'll see McWay Falls, which falls 80 feet into the ocean, as well as 300-foot redwoods that make this area particularly one of a kind. Oh, and don't miss Big Sur River Inn, where you can sit in Adirondack chairs, located literally in the Big Sur River, giving you the rare chance to dip your toes in the water while sipping on a microbrew. 11. Chicago. If you love pizza, hot dogs, or Italian beef sandwiches, be sure to book your next weekend getaway to Chicago. This food-obsessed city takes these popular hometown dishes very seriously, so you won't be disappointed. You'll also want to explore the Windy City's architecture via a river cruise and check out its many diverse neighborhoods, including Pilsen, home to a vibrant Mexican scene, Logan Square, once scrappy, now hipster, Chinatown, among the best in the U.S., and Lincoln Park, an arts and culture hub. The country's third-largest city has plenty of shopping as well, plus some impressive skyscrapers like the Willys Tower and the John Hancock Center, both among the tallest buildings in the world. 10. Boston. In this city where Puritans established colonies in the 1600s, Paul Revere set out on horseback to warn of the coming of the British troops, and the Sons of Liberty protested high taxes by dumping tea into the harbor. History is everywhere. But make no mistake, Boston is also a modern city through and through, with a culture all its own. Cheer alongside some of the most impassioned sports fans on earth at a Boston Red Sox game. chow down on New England clam chowder and oyster shooters, and stroll cobblestone streets past distinguished brownstones. 9. San Diego. There's so much more to San Diego than sunshine and beaches, though those are two very good reasons to visit this coastal California city. When you get tired of the 70 miles of coastline here, head to the world-class San Diego Zoo or catch a show at La Jolla Playhouse on the University of California San Diego campus. Or make a trip to Balboa Park, which features enough museums, exploring everything from natural history to automobiles to flight, to fill an entire vacation. Fresh fish tacos and the famous California burrito, stuffed with French fries, ensures you'll never go hungry as you take in all this city has to offer. 8. Las Vegas. You wouldn't think a city in the middle of the desert in Nevada would be as popular as it is, but it's thanks to the cavalcade of casinos here that Las Vegas is so famous. The most well-known casinos themselves are practically household names: Caesar's Palace, MGM Grand, the Bellagio. In addition to gambling, showgirls, and lavish performances, Las Vegas offers plenty more to suit people of all ages and interests. On the main street called the Strip, there are the Bellagio's impressive fountain shows, a replica of the Eiffel Tower and of an Egyptian pyramid, among other landmarks. 7. Washington, D.C. Everyone should visit our nation's capital at least once in their lives, right? So it's no surprise that Washington, D.C. is a top vacation destination. If you love to get around on foot, a trip to D.C. will be right up your alley. You can walk all along the National Mall, stopping along the way to check out national treasures like the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, and the U.S. Capitol Building, not to mention a bevy of free Smithsonian museums. The newly opened and powerful National Museum of African American History and Culture is a must. Plan a long trip because there's a lot to see here, and we haven't even mentioned this city's diverse neighborhoods, farmers markets, and impressive restaurant scene. 6. Honolulu, Oahu. As U.S. News notes, you don't have to choose between a vacation on the beach or a trip to the city. Honolulu has a little of both. The city's Waikiki Beach is where revelers go for days spent lying on the shore and nights spent sipping Mai Tais. It's crowded here, but as U.S. News reports, is less so from mid-April to early June and between September and mid-December. To beat the crowds, you can also venture out to quiet Lanikai Beach in Kailua, about a 40-minute drive away. 5. Zion National Park, Utah. The terrain of Zion is so diverse that it's hard to believe it's all contained within one national park. Forests, canyons, and desert landscapes can all be found in this natural wonderland spanning nearly 150,000 acres. On the park's east side, you'll find iconic red sandstone sites like Angel's Landing and the Narrows. The less trafficked west side is ideal for hiking, especially near Kolob Arch, the world's second longest arch, and along the subway, a challenging, permit-only route that takes you through a narrow tunnel. If you plan to camp at Zion, be sure to make your reservation as early as possible, as campsites tend to fill up fast. 4. San Francisco. The city by the bay has of late become defined by its tech scene, as behemoths like Twitter, Google, and Uber have moved in. But make no mistake, it remains so much more than a ritzy tech mecca. A true melting pot, San Francisco is home to a wonderful mix of ethnic neighborhoods, including Chinatown, Japantown, and North Beach, the city's version of Little Italy. For history, Alcatraz Island remains a tourist trap that's well worth getting trapped in, thanks to the fascinating stories it has to tell about prisoners and their escapes. And of course, there's the city's iconic Golden Gate Bridge, which you can snap photos of from the Presidio or walk across to take in skyline views. 3. San Antonio. The jewel of Texas, San Antonio is a city steeped in both rich history and modern-day appeal. Located in south-central Texas, The city is one of the largest in the United States and best known as home to the Alamo. Another of San Antonio's most visited attractions is the Riverwalk, a vibrant pedestrian scene of restaurants, shops, hotels, and entertainment venues stretching along both sides of the San Antonio River right in the middle of the downtown area. Families can enjoy hours of fun at the San Antonio Zoo, one of the largest in the nation, as well as at theme parks like Six Flags Fiesta Texas. 2. Niagara Falls. The world-famous Niagara Falls straddle Ontario in Canada and the American state of New York. Although it is often called the honeymoon capital of the world, Niagara Falls in recent years has also developed as a popular destination for family and adventure vacations. The magnificent beauty and enormous volume of Niagara Falls attracts millions every year from all over the world. There are several ways to experience Niagara Falls. One of the most popular is the Maid of the Mist boat tour that brings visitors close enough to feel the spray from the plunging cascades. Visitors can also walk along a boardwalk beside the rapids or enjoy a cable car ride overhead. For the adventurous, there are also jet boat and helicopter tours available. 1. New York. You will never feel more alive than you will in New York, a city where the action never stops and you won't ever want it to. Some of New York's most notable landmarks that can be toured include the Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, and the Rockefeller Center. One of the city's most important historical sites is Ellis Island, where millions of immigrants first arrived in America. The jewel in the crown of the USA, when it comes to urban areas, New York is a megacity that is absolutely packed full of iconic places, areas, and buildings. World-renowned for its concentration of skyscrapers and famous attractions, New York City is what many foreigners often visualize when they think of the USA. In fact, sometimes it feels like you're walking through familiar territory, thanks to how often the city features in Hollywood films. So guys, that was the list of our best places to visit in USA. Let us know which one is your favorite destination and one to visit in near future. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to channel so that you can get amazing content like this one. See you in another video.